Hi, my name is Sloan with the Insight Group at Alight Analytics. Today we're going to be talking about connecting to ChannelMix through Tableau desktop software. It's really a pretty easy process. As you can see on my screen, I have Tableau desktop up and a completely blank workbook. I'm just going to go out and hit this button that says Connect to Data. And I'm going to choose Amazon Redshift as the type of server that I'm going to connect to. Now I already have a couple of credentials that are filled out, but ideally this prompt would be blank. So we're just going to fill it out based on the credentials that were provided to you by your client solution specialist, and we should be going. So the database that we're going to connect into is called the Top Secret database. Just going to kind of copy and paste this. The host name should be relevant to your company and then ChannelMix.com. Your username should be relevant to your company as well. And the password should be a long string of random characters. So once we all have all that criteria entered in and the correct port identified, we're going to hit sign in. And we're going to get kicked over to the data connection page in Tableau Desktop. So we can see that it's already connected to the Top Secret database. We're going to pick our schema. That's going to be a list of brands that you're most likely able to see. And we're just going to pick one of the schemas that we have available to us. And underneath that, we're going to see that there's a list of database views that we have access to. Now, in this particular case, we could use a Google Analytics view as the example. And I know that all my Google Analytics views are prepended by the GA underscore. So I can pipe GA into my search, and I want to connect into the sessions table. So I'm just going to double click on that, add it to my workspace. Now, there's one last thing that we can do to really make the connection to Redshift very efficient and fast, so that we don't have to wait on data processing as we move things around Tableau. We're going to check this box that we want to create an extract. And if this is just starting out a dashboard project, we can limit the amount of data in the extract to really make the sample size smaller and make the performance of the overall workspace much more efficient. So I'm going to create an extract and a filter on that extract, and I'm just going to pull in, using report date as my dimension, I'm going to pull in just this year data. And what that's going to do is just keep the rows to a manageable size for the software to create in the extract. I'm also going to create an incremental refresh, and this will allow me flexibility when I'm creating schedules later to only pull in new data rather than pulling in the entire database table every time I want to refresh my data. So I'm going to create an incremental refresh, and I'm going to make that incremental refresh on report date. Once I have all that criteria filled out in my form, I'm going to click OK, and Tableau is going to have all the information. And as soon as I click back over to my workspace, it's going to start making that extract. This should only be 100,000 rows, so it would take a couple 20 seconds or so to pull that data back, depending on your internet connection. And then we should be in business. So as you can kind of see, it's retrieving rows about halfway there, creating that extract, pushing through to 100,000, and we are there. All right, now it's executing some queries, and it pops me back into my workspace. And from here, I can drag and drop very efficiently, now connected to my data source in ChannelMix. All right, that's going to do it for this video. Be sure to check out our other videos.